Good morning and welcome to On the Spot News right here on Zimbabwe Daily. My name is Grace Kachke. Let's take a look at the news making the headlines. BT Wende kicked out Minister flees as Speaker rules Pomona deal on until court determination. Survey reviews differing views on the need for teachers' incentives. Majority in support of reintroduction of corporal punishment. Komichi concedes MDCT to cozy up to ZANU-PF has cost them. ZCTU blast government over 5.3 billion pension arrears. Banks letting down farmers. We will take a look at the main news in details. Speaker of Parliament Jacob Mudenda Thursday chunked out Harare East legislator Tendai Biti and Kuwadzani legislator Charlton Wende after unsuccessfully trying to bar them from further discussing the controversial Pomona West deal. After local government Deputy Minister Marion Chompo's presentation having been called to explain the deal, Mudenda ruled there was no longer going to be any other discussion around the matter as tempers flared. This was because of chaos and commotion which ensued as BT demanded that his submissions be noted. The deal, which was approved by the cabinet and reportedly forced on Harare City Council by local government minister July Moyo, is racking up a daily bill of 22,000 United States dollars since being penned. A recently survey by the Mass Public Opinion Institute MPOI has revealed that most urban dwellers are in support of incentives for teachers, while 63% of their rural counterparts are against any monetary or non-monetary benefit they have been getting. The same survey have found that 2 in every 3 people are in support reintroduction of corporal punishment in schools, which had been banned in 2019 by the High Court. Some teachers have been surviving on extra lessons as a result of their poor wages. Government is yet to increase them, although they have been devalued to less than 100 US dollar by the country's ravaging inflation. The report also further noted that almost 7 out of 10 Zimbabweans, that's 69%, want pregnant girls to be allowed to continue their education. Zimbabwe has experienced a surge in teenage pregnancies, according to Child Rights Organization, who blame COVID-19 lockdown and closing of schools over the period. Troubled opposition MDCT's decision to cozy up to ZANU-PF and failure to oppose some of the ruling party's ills has lost them public support. Commenting on the recent release of Mass Public Opinion Institute MPOI survey, which found only 1% of Zimbabwe's population still trusted the once powerful opposition party, Komichi said they had lost their founding principles after the death of Morgan Tsvangirai. The survey results follows an embarrassing loss at the March 26 by-elections, where it failed to win any council or parliamentary seat. They reviewed that opposition Citizens Coalition for Change (CCC) enjoys 48% support, followed by ZANU-PF at 44%. The Zimbabwe Congress of Trade Unions, ZCTU, has criticized government over a surge in pension defaults by employers, saying the lax implementation pro-workers' rights policy is fueling reluctance by most companies. The remarks come against a background where the Insurance and Pensions Commission (IPEC) Wednesday published a list of top 50 pension contribution defaulters, with National Railways of Zimbabwe, Harare City Council, and Zimbabwe Electricity and Transmission Distribution Company making it to the top three. The insurance regulators noted with concern the continued failure by some sponsoring employers to remit pensions contribution to their respective pension funds, to the detriment of pension scheme members who end up receiving reduced or no benefit when they become due. Former Agricultural and Rural Development Authority Board Chairperson Basil Nyabaza says Zimbabwe's agricultural financing needs an overhaul because banks and other financial institutions were letting down farmers. Nyabaza said the country would continue to experience food insecurity challenges because farmers were facing difficulties in accessing capital to boost production. The country is currently facing food shortages due to poor harvests following erratic rains. Agricultural Advisory and Rural Development Service Chief Director Obed Jiri said farmers were struggling to access capital owing to lack of collateral. We will cross over to sports news. Ngezi Platinum star coach Benjani Mngwarwari claims that there are some people who are hoping that he fails at the club and says he is desperate to prove the detractors wrong. The Warriors legend was handed the reins at the Mondoro Ngezi Best Club at the end of March to take baby steps in his coaching career. Madamburo's decision to hire the 43-year-old received mixed reactions from the football community, with some opinion that it was a big gamble for a club targeting the title. And in news beyond our borders, leader of the opposition in Malawi parliament, Kondwani Nankumwa, has written to the country's president Lazarus Chakwera, urging him to intervene and stop the sale of maize to neighboring Zimbabwe. Malawi Agriculture Development Corporation has since agreed a $22 million United States deal to sell 100,000 tons of white maize to the grain millers of Zimbabwe. And in other news, surgeons and anesthetists at Zimbabwe's second biggest hospital, Parenyatwa Hospital, have stopped surgeries. This is due to lack of gowns and no post-operative painkillers for the doctors to use. A vial of pethidine and fentanyl is estimated to cost $1, while gowns cost at least $3. This comes as a painful reality of the state of the country and poses a question to if an ordinary Zimbabwe will be able to survive this wave of instability, corruption, and poverty for at least the next 2 years. Police in Harare have rejected an application made by Hugh Zimbabwe to hold a candlelight vigil for the late law lecturer and writer Alex Magaisa, who died in the UK last Sunday. And to end this news bulletin, we will take a look once again at the main headlines. BT Wende kicked out. Minister flees as Speaker rules Pomona deal on until court determination. Survey reveals differing views on the need for teachers' incentives, majority in support of reintroduction of corporal punishment. Komechi concedes MDCT's decision to cozy up to ZANU-PF has cost them. ZCTU blast government over 5.3 a billion pension arrears, banks letting down farmers, and in sports, Benjamin Benjani out to confound critics. Thank you so much for listening.